Hello there, I'm Eleanor Moritz. Welcome to Northwest Today. The headlines this Tuesday lunchtime. 2-year-old Awab Ishaq died after living in a damp, mouldy flat. A coroner says his case should be a defining moment for the housing sector. Ex-soldier Ben Riches took his own life. His family want more help for veterans' mental health. And the firefighters boxing clever with youngsters with the help of children in need. A 2-year-old boy died as a result of a severe respiratory condition caused by prolonged exposure to mould at his home. An inquest in Rochdale heard his father had repeatedly raised those problems with his housing association, but nothing was done. The story from Phil McCann.
Awab Ishaq died because of mould in the family home. It wasn't there because his family had done anything wrong, it was there because there was bad ventilation. Now, the inquest here in Rochdale has heard that their flat was not equipped for day-to-day living. It's also found that the housing association, Rochdale Borough-wide Housing, wrongly blamed the family's lifestyle for the mould, which eventually killed their son. It also found that remedial action to treat that mould wasn't taken. Now, a short time ago, a statement was issued on behalf of the family which concluded that Awab's parents were treated differently because they were not from this country. They even accused Rochdale Borough-wide Housing of racism.
We have no doubt at all that we were treated this way because we are not from the country and less aware of how the systems in the UK work. Rochdale Borough-wide Housing, we have a message for you. Stop discriminating, stop being racist, stop providing unfair treatment to people coming from abroad who are refugees or asylum seekers.
Now, this inquest has also heard that the family was given erroneous advice to take Awab to an urgent care centre in the hours before he died, as opposed to the Royal Oldham Hospital, which would have been more equipped to treat his condition. The coroner here made some concluding remarks in which she said, "Since Awab's death, I'm sure I'm not alone in having thought, how in the UK does a 2-year-old child die from exposure to mould in his home?" Phil McCann, BBC Northwest Today, Rochdale.
Well, in the past hour, the chief executive of Rochdale Borough-wide Housing, the housing association involved there, has said, "We have and will continue to learn hard lessons from this. We didn't recognise the level of risk to a little boy's health from the mould in the family's home." He went on to say, "We must make sure this can never happen again. Awab's death needs to be a wake-up call for everyone in housing, social care and health." There's much more on that on Northwest Tonight later. Now, in other news, a prison once dubbed the worst in Britain has undergone a massive transformation, according to its latest report. HMP Liverpool was said to be the worst inspectors had ever seen when they visited 5 years ago, with squalid conditions. Their latest visit found a calm, well-ordered jail with a positive culture. Cristiano Ronaldo says Manchester United's owners, the Glazers, don't care about the club on the sporting side. Another part of his interview with Talk TV has been released. In it, Ronaldo said United are a marketing club. And a new national nature reserve has been formally created in Cumbria. It's the largest in the county. The Ennerdale Super Reserve covers waters, forests, mountains, and it's the size of 4,000 football pitches. Now, the family of an ex-soldier who took his own life have called for more to be done to help veterans with their mental health. Ben Riches from Blackpool had served in Iraq and Afghanistan. An inquest heard he'd suffered mental health problems and attempted self-harm before. Ian Haslam met his parents.
I think it was the roadside bomb first. That was in Iraq.
Yeah, the roadside
bomb
ultimately led to his hearing loss. He was medically discharged because his hearing was below the standard.
Ben Riches had shown signs of post-traumatic stress disorder. His parents say he began using alcohol as a coping mechanism and his mental health went into decline.
The incident where he shot somebody at such a young age, he was 18 years old.
He felt guilty. He started thinking of the person that he shot as being somebody's father, and it preyed heavily on his mind.
Just a few weeks before his death, Ben had been found drunk in the sea by police and had attempted self-harm while being taken to Blackpool Victoria Hospital. But the consultant psychiatrist there didn't think he had the power to detain him under the Mental Health Act, and Ben returned home.
I mean, how can someone go into the sea, get pulled out by the air helicopter, be taken to the hospital as a place of safety and then be discharged soaking wet with a leaflet? How can they say he's not suicidal?
The coroner said that as Ben was clearly very distressed, a considerably more assertive engagement should have been made. How does that make you feel?
There was two clear failures. One was where a doctor said he needed referring and the doctor failed to put a referral through. The other was where if a referral was put through, however it was sent down a redundant email system and never received, and that was a final referral where Ben had engaged in it, he'd accepted he needed help. If he'd received that help, I think Ben would be here still.
The coroner stated that Lancashire and South Cumbria NHS Foundation Trust have since improved their systems in some areas and acknowledged they need to do more to address the needs of veterans.
We want changes, we want it recognising the size of the problem.
Ian Haslam, BBC North West Today.
Now next to Children in Need, which is fast approaching, and once again Friday's live show will be here at Media City UK. Now thanks to your support, projects like the Moss Side Fire Station Boxing Club make a real difference to young people. Let's take a look.
I've been coming to boxing for about 4 years. I mean, it's like a family to him, so then I've got lots of friends here. I feel like I'm at home as well. Everyone's like a brother or sister to me here.
14 years ago, myself and two colleagues who are firefighters, were getting Brits en masse in the community, and we discussed setting a boxing club up. So we cater for every aspect of the community, so people who want to be boxers, people who want to be the next Mike Tyson. We also train people who have no intention of boxing, just want to come and get fit, and be the best version of them that they can possibly be.
I've been coming here for nearly a year because it's good exercise, and you know you can just have a laugh and enjoy it.
You know, when my friends are not going out or whatever, and like I'll come out, be going training, you know what I mean. So it's really disciplines me, you know, just to stick at it.
People from the Moss Side area maybe have been, you know, looked down on over the years because there's an area of deprivation. So people, the way to get out of it sometimes, they only seem to have one way, and that seems to be crime. That's not the case anymore, you know. We raise the aspiration.
You know, boxing clubs like this, it helps get kids from, you know, tougher areas, especially Moss Side, to like, you know, it helps them stay off the street and and it really helps them better themselves. It's not just about boxing, it's about the person you can be and like the confidence you can have.
The support that we've received from Children in Need is phenomenal, and it allows us to offer the services that we do to these kids.
Well, thanks as ever, of course, for your donations. Now, the weather. Here's Sarah.
Good afternoon. Well, it has been quite a wet and windy start to today, and we still have the remnants of that weather front across the northwest of the country. Although slowly as we're heading into the afternoon, it will pull away towards the northeast, but it could still leave a few showers in its wake. So still quite wet across Greater Manchester into Lancashire and southern parts of Cumbria. I think the strongest gust today as well, as the wind's been quite lively across the Isle of Man, but a daytime temperature of 12 Celsius. Now we will start to see the majority of the showers clearing until the early hours again, when we'll then start to see them returning. So a few showers coming in again across the west. I think the nighttime temperature dropping down to 5 Celsius tonight. And again tomorrow, further showers across the Isle of Man. I think the further we come across to parts of Manchester and into Liverpool, a drier day, just the odd isolated shower with highs of around 10 or 11 Celsius.
That's it for now. We're back at 6:30. Until then, whatever you're doing, have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.